What if you were told never to open a door, only to hear someone knocking from the other side? But before we begin, hit like and subscribe because tonight's story might have you questioning every closed door in your house. It was the fall of 2015 when Claire moved into a rental house in upstate New York. It was a beautiful, sprawling old home that had been divided into apartments. Hers was on the top floor, cozy but oddly shaped, with narrow hallways and doors in strange places. There was one door in particular that stood out. At the end of the hallway, it was painted a dull gray with no knob, just a keyhole and a faded brass plate that read "Do Not Open." When Claire asked the landlord about it, his answer was blunt. "It's sealed. Been that way for years. Just ignore it." Of course, telling someone not to think about a door is the best way to make them think about it constantly. For the first few weeks, Claire didn't pay much attention to the door. She was busy unpacking, settling into her new job, and exploring the town. But one night, as she sat reading on the couch, she heard it. A soft knock. 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 It came from the direction of the door. At first, she thought it was her neighbor, but then she remembered there was no other apartment on her floor. She hesitated, heart pounding, and called out, "Hello?" No answer. She grabbed her phone and walked to the hallway, turning on every light as she went. The door stood there, silent and still. Claire stood frozen, staring at the keyhole. Maybe it's just my imagination, she thought. But deep down, she knew it wasn't. The knocking became more frequent after that. Always at night, always soft. Then came the whispers. Claire would wake up in the middle of the night, her skin crawling, to hear faint voices. She couldn't make out the words, but they were coming from the other side of the door. One night, she couldn't take it anymore. She crouched by the door and peered through the keyhole. All she saw was darkness. She stared for a moment longer, her breath fogging the air. Then, just as she was about to pull away, the darkness shifted, like something moving toward her. She stumbled back, slamming into the wall. The whispers stopped. Claire tried to ignore it, but the door wouldn't let her. It started rattling during the day, the hinges groaning as if someone was trying to force it open. She even called the landlord, who dismissed her concerns. "Probably the wind," he said, though there were no windows near the door. One night, everything came to a head. Claire was lying in bed when she heard it again, a loud, deliberate knock. Knock, knock, knock. Then the unmistakable sound of a lock turning. She bolted out of bed, grabbing a flashlight and her phone. The door was ajar, a sliver of darkness spilling into the hallway. "Who's there?" she shouted, her voice trembling. No response. She edged closer, her flashlight cutting through the shadows. Slowly, she pushed the door open. The room beyond wasn't a room at all. It was a dark, narrow staircase spiraling down into what looked like a basement. But that didn't make sense. There was no basement in the floor plan. And then she saw it. At the bottom of the stairs stood a figure, pale, hollow-eyed, and staring straight at her. Claire slammed the door shut, shoved a chair against it, and didn't sleep for the rest of the night. By morning, the door was sealed again, as if nothing had happened. Claire moved out the next day, leaving half her belongings behind. She later learned that the house had once been a boarding school, and a girl had vanished there decades ago. Her room at the end of the hall. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like and subscribe for more haunting tales. And if you ever find a door that says "Do Not Open," trust me, don't open it. What's behind it might already be waiting for you.
Hey everyone, don't miss out. One browser is a must-have tool of 2024. Try it now. Imagine managing multiple accounts effortlessly, staying completely private, and keeping your online activities safe and separate, all on one platform. Perfect for anyone needing secure, multi-account access. Get ahead in 2024 with one browser. Try it today and experience the freedom of safe, seamless browsing.